this tractor off to use for useful paying work. Okay, you take care and have a good time. This is the time of year we do end up using our sprayer an awful lot, which may or may not be a good thing because this is a used vehicle too. So these two tanks are very useful. Liquid fertilizer 3740. That's a good thing. However, I'm not sure how far that's going to go with this set of contracts. But that's all the fertilizer we have. Ooh! Yeah, that was a little bit too close. However, surprisingly agile for a medium tractor. Oh, I want to know what. Not there. Medium tractors. That's an R6, 250. That's about the same horsepower as the one we're running. That's 247. Okay, where are we going? I didn't look at the map. Get the map out. Let's take a look. We're doing 974, 111, 123 and 122. 76 is there. We're going to come in by the oil mill. Then we have 122, 123, which is down by that place. 111, which is across the street. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another one somewhere. 122, 123, 111. Do we have one over here? 76, 9. Not seeing it, guys. 9, 74 and 70. Oh, we have 74 and 76. Okay, so they should both be here. Well, there they go. 74 and 76. Amazingly, I can't see them both flashing together. So yes, as I said, we'll come in by the oil mill. We'll get those two done. We run down. I usually come out through the BGA. That'll get me to 123, 122. We'll cross the road for 111. I can run across that way, so I could do 111 first. If I take a left at 88 across 98, I could come down into this yard here, which would take me to that one. We'll see how lost we get on the way. How about that? And how empty we are, and whether I have to go via the store to get some more liquid fertilizer. Might be a little bit awkward. But between these two pieces of equipment, we have the crop sensors on the tractor, we have the weed sensors on the sprayer. Our crop treatment is fairly efficient in liquid usage between them all. So that is a bit of an advantage we have. Plus we have GPS, so I don't have to concern myself too much with inefficiencies of tracking through a field, I will do this field first, because it's just a good plan. Up and down is the best, I think. Oh, turn that on, and off we go. I thought I did this one already. Maybe I sprayed it for weeds. I've definitely sprayed this field once, but it's not showing up as second stage fertilization, so I'm going to hazard a guess that what I actually did in this field was herbicide, which is fine. No, I've done this more than once. Done this field twice. Anyway, missing the bits. Doesn't matter, we've got about a 5% what's the word for it? A 5% gift of, you know, you don't have to get all of it, but you have to get most of it. So we're getting most of it, and I will probably end up having to get most of all of it. Nearly snagged the hedge, but we're still okay. So as soon as I turn onto this path, we will activate cruise, auto width, set A, set cardinal, back, go, and turn on cruise control. And that is so much easier with a working keyboard. So yay for new keyboards. Just need my new mouse. As I said, the middle mouse button on my mouse isn't working, plus it's a Wi-Fi mouse, which I'm kind of having issues with Wi-Fi keyboards and mices at the moment, so we're just going to do wired from now onwards. Keyboard is an Asus K3, which has all sorts of fancy LEDs that Mrs. Osa said, "Oh, that's a very pretty keyboard, can I have one?" So I might have to buy her one before she steals mine. Although it does have a rather chunky cable because it's running 2 USB plugs to the PC. One for the keyboard, and I think one for the USB hub that's in it. It's only got one output, but I think that's designed for the mouse. So at least I don't now have to crawl under the desk and plug the mouse in. I did that once with the keyboard, and now everything is good. Then I can take the wireless dongle out of the PC, and I'll have a spare USB port again. Though that's currently plugged into the USB socket that I usually plug a phone into when I want to transfer photos or videos. So it's not a common in use port. Okay, let's do cruise control on, and 76% done. Well, that's nice to know. can see we're only actually spraying where we haven't been before, which is part of the efficiency of having actually the weed sensors control which spray heads work. So that's kind of a nice deal. Oh, and worker F has completed their task. That's not me. %91 done. We're going to have to make a turn and do the last spread. And we need to go and see what the John Deere's up to, because I'm not sure he should be finished yet. Just and contractor. We can get that folding. Well, colour me surprised. He is actually done. Mostly. And that field really didn't take up a lot of seed. Not sure the best way to do this. I think the seeder is not quite wide enough. Well, I might get lucky, I guess. This is actually a good starting seeder. It's a direct drill, so you don't have to buy a cultivator to use it, or a plough. If you're playing with precision farming, you'll get the best environmental score with using it. And it's below 100 horsepower, so our Massey Ferguson can run it. And it's capable of adding fertilizer. I tend not to bother because, at least with precision farming, you need a crop germinated in order to get a precise application of fertilizer, and that's not when you're seeding. And with our farm setup, because we have cows, we tend to use manure as our pre-planting fertilizer. And then, of course, the other advantage with this is the working width. It's quite substantially more than 4 meters for less than 100 horsepower, or approximately 100 horsepower. So you're going to get ground covered. The only downside is it doesn't fold. So if you're driving around a European map, pretty much any European map, it's going to be a little bit tricky getting it to your fields unless you have a lot of off-road opportunities. And I have messed some of this up. But still, soybeans, good money crop. So I'm not complaining too much about this. Alrighty. I will swing it about. We'll get the bit we well, we missed a couple of bits. Okay then. One of the real world YouTube farmers I watch does have one of these. I think he upgraded it to a wider one. Now I'm not sure whether he's looking at his current seeder being as wide as this one, or his new seeder, his previous seeder was as wide as this one. But whatever happened, his new seeder was a little bit too wide for his gates. Oh, I'm going to try and get that bit under the trees, because that's just me. Alrighty, let us. Well, I didn't get all of it, and I can't be bothered to go back again, so we'll just finish this stretch off. And I think we can claim our contract finished. Oh, we're down below 10,000 again. I don't like being this low on money, especially not since it's April. Although that said, we're going to have some soybeans up for sale June, July. So a couple of months away, and we'll be able to sell the soybeans. So that's not too bad of a problem that we might have. Plus we've got the perishables to sell, which is worth a couple of thousand. Sadly not as much as it has been worth. Because, fertilizing contract completed. New fertilizing contract and a weeding contract. Don't have a weeder. Alright, oh, that's the marker map, that's that map. I'm going to back this off, we'll take it into the yard. And I'll worry about emptying it later. Wait for the van. Go. How are we doing? So the seed tank is that one behind the barn to the right. And we will worry about that later, as I said. Right now, we have more fields to spray, which looks like the very next one over. Oh, of course. Now, I have mapped a key that allows me to reposition the GPS, so I don't have to replot it. Let's unfold that, drive forwards a bit, gauge on the GPS line, booms out of the hedges, turn them on, and let's go. Oh yeah. Probably take a right hand turn and shuffle around that corner. Looks like the rest of the field is pretty square, so we'll be good for the rest of it. And excuse me while I refill my glass. Don't think I have the time. Yes, I raised the boom so it would clear the hedge. Alrighty. to around this corner. And as I said, the nice thing about this setup is it doesn't spray where you've already been. So there is a level of efficiency here. So in actual fact, I never have to use the variable boom setting on this. Come on, you can do it. So going to spray a little bit to the row on the right, left, and so if I pull the help up, you've got the partial width of the sprayer. I never ever have to use that because I paid a ton of money for the crop or the sprayer values. And turn it around, swing it back, and for the most part that is gonna be good enough. I'm going to get it lined up. Turn the help screen off because I don't need that up. And we can just run across the bottom of the field, get this side done. I'll do the far edge. Might be able to do it with GPS, might need to run it by eye. What I want to find out is there a hole in the hedge here? That'll get me to this, this edge of the map, so I can run all the way down to field 111, I think, is the one we need to do next. Yeah. Oh, that's the problem. I'm not pressing the accelerator sufficiently. And that is in part because we took the rug out. And so the seat wanders. Okay, doesn't look like we can escape this side. Actually, oh yes it does. Right, there's a gap in the hedge there, so we will be departing through that gap shortly. So, run across the top and do this end of the field. And then from the other end we can just run rows up and down and everything will be wonderful. We get paid, we leave, we go and do something else. Oh, I've also got to clean the fish tank today. Do that late this week. Alrighty. So field 9 will be the last field we do in sequence. I know there's more contracts though. 15 and 34. 15's quite well paid. 34, I'm not sure I want to do 34, that's in the middle of nowhere. And if we get game time after about midday, there may be some refresh in the store sales. Here's the last thing we were looking at. Oh, there already is. Oh, there's a big giant harvester. Yes, that is a big giant harvester, and I do not have the cash to buy that, so we won't. %73 done. Ooh. So yes, our harvester is okay. It's not huge, but I believe it's adequate for the tasks that we have at the moment. As we buy more land, we are gonna need a bigger harvester. But that Lexian's on the sort of very long distant, maybe wish list if something else doesn't come up in the meantime. And the Fendt harvester we have was I'm going to need a harvester soon, but I might be able to go another. Oh, look, there's a Fendt, and it's on sale. Maybe I should take advantage of that. In this case, that's not maybe I should take advantage of that. We are way off needing a big harvester right this instant. I mean, as far as a big Zerion is called for, I could really use one of those. So I can haul the manure truck, but it's not absolute need. It's a sort of, it would make our job a lot easier. But primarily, as far as equipment goes, bigger seeder, bigger seed drill. Just because, the one we've got's 4.7, I can't remember. That one there, seeder. That one. Oh, no, 6.5 tons. 4.5 meters, which, for a starting seeder's not a shabby piece of equipment. We could have, when you consider a lot of the early in-game equipment, you were looking at 3-meter seeder was pretty much all you could haul up to 180 horsepower. You had to get a really big tractor, which is why we got this one. It's 247 horsepower. We really went for this one because it gives us the option of expanding to in-game 4-meter and 6-meter seeders. So getting a 4.5-meter seeder at under 100 horsepower, I'm kind of fine with that. Come on, tell me you're done. I'm probably already done. I missed the message, didn't I? We'll complete the field. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there it is. So that's complete. I'm going to check 15 and 34 location.